Welcome to second session in the Principles of Management paper. Dear students, in the last session, the introductory session of the subject, we discussed about the meaning, definitions of management. This class, we will focus on the characteristics or nature of management. ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಯ ಗುಣಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು. So the recap of the last session, the previous session. So we will come to know about the definitions, the concept of management. So here management is ultimately the process of getting the things done from others to achieve the desired goal efficiently and effectively. So in this session, the ultimate outcome, you will be able to determine the nature of management or futures of management by analyzing the definitions. So first we will look the gist of the nature of management. So according to Henry Ford, very popular business icon, he told that money making is not only the objective of the company. The ultimate objective of the company should be to provide a good quality goods and services to the customers. So by keeping this wordings, so we'll proceed to the nature of management. So now one by one we will discuss the nature. So first one is very simple. Management is universal application or its pervasive function. ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಇದು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ is not only applicable to the company or maybe it's small scale, large scale, MNC. So irrespective of the size, nature or the position, it will apply. So it will apply to the top level or maybe to the middle level or maybe to the operational level, as well as it will apply to all the type of the organization. ಅದು ಎಜುಕೇಶನಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕ್ಲಬ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, NGOs ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ activities in all type of organization. Because of that, it is called universal or pervasive. Second one, management is purposeful. ಅಂದ್ರೆ goal oriented ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. So there should be some objective or goal. An ultimate objective of the management to achieve that efficiently and effectively ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ without waste of any resources, you have to achieve the goal. So there may be any type of goal, economical or social. Increasing the sales, increasing your growth, increasing your market share, expanding your business, or maybe you are having some social goal, providing the employment opportunities or providing good quality education. It will apply to some other organizations. Next, It is a social process. Means here you are not only working with the machineries, materials. Very importantly, you are dealing with the human beings or people. So it is very difficult to deal with the human beings. So you have to understand their emotions, their attitude. So people are coming from different backgrounds. So diversity of culture will be there. So good relationship to be maintained in one angle, if you think. Another angle, you are getting so many things from the society. So your bound duty is to give something back to the society. And nowadays it is called as corporate social responsibility. So in that view also, we can take this point. Next, management is a coordinating force. So coordination ಎನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. So when there is management, you can see that you can coordinate the effort of the employees in the organization so that there will be no duplication or overlapping, or there will be no confusion among the workers, as well as it will balance the individual goal with the organizational goal, and it will integrate all the resources, the human resources with all the physical resources. Physical resources ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮೆಷಿನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮನಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. So there is a requirement of management to integrate that. Next, management is a group activity. Means you can't do management activity in isolation, or individually you can't do that. You can't imagine that company should be run by one people. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ನಡೆಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. If you go back through any organization or any company, if you take Reliance or if you take any banks, they completed the 100 years of their presence in the market. So it is only because of the group of people, they worked together to achieve the goal. So they will plan, they will work, they will direct each other, they will coordinate that. So it requires that a group effort. Then very important one more nature of management is it is intangible in force. Maybe you know that in the balance sheet when you write fixed assets ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ tangible assets ಮತ್ತೆ intangible assets ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೇವೆ. Tangible means you can see that, you can touch plant, machinery, furniture. Intangible means like goodwill or trademark, patents, like that we are writing. So ಅದೇ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Means you can't touch or you can't see the management, but here you can feel that there is management is working. ಹೇಗೆ? So there is a requirement of tangible force actually. You need working environment, you need machineries, you need infrastructure to support that management. But ultimately management ಹೇಗಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. But ultimately the results you can see in terms of the profit, or in terms of the employee satisfaction level, or in terms of their work. So we can say that management is intangible. Then management is a system of authority. Means there should be one superior, subordinate, and they will be granted with certain authority and responsibilities. So when you have that authority, so you will get that power to give orders or instructions, or you can take some disciplinary actions. At the same time, you will be made responsible, means answerable or accountable. So in the absence of authority, it is very difficult to perform the management functions. Moving to the next point, management as a separate identity. Means in the previous points we discussed that management will applicable to all the levels. Here we are again classifying managerial and non-managerial activities. Means actually at the top of the organization, the management or the managers will be considered as the thinkers. Means they will plan the things, and at the operational level, the doers or workers will be there. They are entrusted with the execution of work. So because of that, we can say that management has a separate identity. And this future already I think we covered in the definitions. Management is working through others, means getting the things done from others. For this, you have to appoint right type of people, you have to assign them right duties, so you have to motivate them, you have to control them. So then only you can get the work done from others and you can achieve the organizational goals. The 10th point say that management is a continuous function, or it is a never ending process. Means ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು full stop ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. So basically I think you know the functions of management: planning, organizing ಇರ್ಬೋದು, staffing ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಮುಗಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Once you come to the controlling part, where you will again start with the revise. So you will revise your plan, again you will modification, again you will modify your plans. So all things again will start. So that's why we can say that management is a ongoing process. So as long as organization will exist, so management will be there. Then the three concept will be linking to the management. Management is a science as well as an art, and next, management is a profession. So here the detailed explanation will be discussed in the coming session. But ಇದನ್ನು brief ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳುವುದಾದ್ರೆ, now what are the characteristics of management? I think now we are discussing in this session. Here you have to compare that futures or the nature with the science. Science ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು definite principles or the formulas, or it is a systematic body of knowledge ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. So these futures, you have to see that whether it is applicable to the science also. So we can decide that management is a science. But when we are concluding, we can't say management is a science or pure science. We can say it is a social science, because here we are dealing with the human beings. Here our mathematical formulas will not work. So all human beings are not equal. Next one is management is an art, where you will apply that skills or knowledge. In the same manner, in the management also, the managers, they will apply their skills. They should have that artistic viewpoint. They should have that creativity. They should have that imagination, conceptualizing. So here you can say that management is also an art. And next one is management is a profession. So professionals ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಲಾಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ they acquired that profession because of a formal study, a formal training, and they have that status, and it will be backed by some ethical rules or code of conduct ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. So here in the management also, the managers acquire the knowledge through formal education, like maybe the BBA program or MBA, and they will have the training, and they have that status in the society, and they have to bound to certain code of conduct. So we can say that management is a profession. Next, management is needed at every levels. So in that image you can see that it's applicable to the top level, middle level, as well as a lower level, and you require certain skills, technical skills, human skills, as well as conceptual skill. So managerial skills ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸೆಷನ್ 10 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. So basically I think the conceptual skill is more required for top level. Human skill is required to all the levels, and technical skill is required to operational level. Now the last four other nature, management is multidisciplinary force. Means here we borrowed the principles or concept from different discipline. It may be from economics, from statistics, from psychology, from organizational behavior. So we pooled the things from different discipline. Because of that, we are saying management is a multidisciplinary function. Next one is multi-dimensional function. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 3D ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ 3 dimensions. Management of work, first one, management of people, second one, and management of operation. So we can say that management is multi-dimensional. So you have to deal with the human beings, people. The first one is work. So ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? So the first concept, dealing with the human beings, people, how we can motivate them, how we can get the work, and last one, dealing with the operations, the arrangements of machineries, materials, tools, equipments, all these things. Next, management is a dynamic function or situational function. So here we can connect the present condition. So because of this COVID-19, the drastic changes are happened in all the field. So educational field also, now virtual mode of classes are ongoing, online classes are happening, webinars are happening. So employees are working from home. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು. ಸೊ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, social factors are changing, cultural factors are changing, very important technological environment is changing. So students, here I am giving you one activity. So try to collect the changes in the environment. ಅದು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಚೇಂಜಸ್, and try to connect to the business, or what are the effect to the business because of that changes. So if you go through certain examples, I think you can understand that concept, how management is dynamic. So many changes are happened in the environment, and you have to cope up with that. And last one, management is factor of production. That 5 M's to remember you very easily. The first M stand for men, machine, material, money and market. Men, material, machine, money and market. But here very important is men, andre human resource anta helteve ನಾವು. So human resource is required to utilize all the remaining resources. So integration of resource anta helteve ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So that ultimately the input you can convert into output because of this management. So here we came to the end of the session. Thank you.